So, have you ever noticed how a party is basically a battleground for introverts, while it's heaven on earth for extroverts? Today, we're going to dissect these two personality types. One needs a GPS to find the way out of social interaction, and the other, well, would need one to find their way out of the house. Curious about why your introverted friend treats going to the mall like an episode of Mission Impossible, while your extroverted colleague seems like a presidential candidate greeting even mannequins? Or maybe you want to know how not to turn a simple hello into an existential crisis? Stay with me. We'll explore these behavioral oddities and offer tips not just to survive, but to thrive in your natural habitat, whether it's crowded with people or filled with tranquility. So if you're the type who makes friends even with the pizza delivery person, or if you prefer a deep conversation with your pet plant, this video is for you. Let's laugh a bit at ourselves and learn how these differences can actually help us master the art of living well, or at least keep parties from becoming an emotional minefield. But first, I'd like to clarify something you often confuse. Sometimes, just because someone has pet plants and doesn't talk to women at a party doesn't mean they're introverted. They might just be shy. Ah, the shy ones. These mysterious creatures who roam the office corridors, shaking like a leaf in the wind at the thought of opening their mouths. Yes, they want to socialize, say the experts. But look, the drama is real. The poor shy person lives in an eternal psychological horror episode where each outside comment could be the villain haunting them with a panic crisis or a one-way trip to the land of depression. At work then, they are the ninjas of observation. They are so afraid of making a blunder that they could very well be undercover spies. This ability comes with a superpower, extreme caution. They measure 7 times before cutting once. And modest? Modesty is their middle name. They're so discreet that even if they do something phenomenal, they'll likely hide it under the rug and give credit to the nearest potted plant. But don't think that this life of emotional secret agent is something the job market applauds. Not at all. The shy person misses more opportunities than I lose socks in the laundry, critics would say. Shyness can turn a potential rock star into a perpetual roadie. And if things get rough, the advice is always the same. Run to the nearest psychologist, because shyness isn't just drama. It's a psychological thriller that can evolve into social phobia. And when it comes to assertiveness, forget it. The shy person agrees with everything. If you ask if they like working late, they'll nod affirmatively while internally planning their escape to a deserted island. They are the master of the non-committal yes, the champion of conformity. And that's why, my friends, the shy person is a character who, even in silence, never ceases to be fascinating. Beware, they might be hiding right now behind a monitor, agreeing with every word I say. The introvert. Introverts, according to the experts, are those lovers of solitude who prefer a good book to a noisy party. It's not that they are afraid of socializing, they just prefer quietude like a favorite aunt, explain the insiders. Yes, for an introvert, happiness might be as close as the next page of a mystery novel. In the natural habitat of the office, introverts are like supercomputers in energy-saving mode, while extroverts are out there wasting time on chats about the latest episode of a viral series. The introvert is there, focused and immersed in their productivity bubble. They are masters of concentration and make decisions as if they were playing chess at an advanced level, say the experts. But hold on, don't think introverts are allergic to leadership or the spotlight. Not at all. Great minds like Abraham Lincoln and Bill Gates are testimony that an introvert can very well run a country or revolutionize technology without losing sleep. They may be seen as enigmas by colleagues, a bit closed off, it's true, but don't mistake their reserve for a lack of sociability. They do talk, yes, but on their terms, probably after analyzing all the pros and cons of starting the conversation. In summary, if you're looking for someone who can turn a brainstorm into a detailed action plan without needing applause and confetti, the introvert is your best bet. They may not be the first to jump on the karaoke machine, but they'll surely be the first to figure out how to optimize the performance of the singing machine for the next company party. Want to know if you're shy or just introverted? Let's conduct a little scientific experiment with a touch of drama. The surprise speech test. Yes, that's right. Imagine you're asked to give a speech in front of a group. If you start sweating, shaking like a clothesline in a windy day, and turning red like a ripe tomato, congratulations, you might just be the shy one in the room. The anxiety hits hard, and the physical symptoms are signs that shyness is taking the wheel. Now, if you're the type who really dislikes the idea but doesn't panic, you're likely an introvert. There's no fear, just a strong preference to avoid the spotlight. An introvert might take on the challenge, but internally they're counting the seconds until they can return to their corner of peace and quiet. Extroverts. These social power plants could easily be mistaken for a human Rayovac battery. They are the people who not only love being in the midst of a crowd, but literally feed off the energy flowing from these interactions. Calling an extrovert a people person is an understatement. They're more like the official ambassador of humanity. Many think that extroverts are on an eternal quest for attention, but this is a big misunderstanding. In fact, they gain energy from their interactions like a superhero who recharges in the presence of their fans. They're not just talking for the sake of talking, they're recharging their social batteries. Wherever you go, whether it's at work or at parties, you'll inevitably find an extrovert. They're the first to break the ice, the first to start a conversation, and often the last to leave the stage. Impulsive by nature, they prefer jumping into action over sitting around philosophizing about life. Why just think about doing something when you can just do it, seems to be their motto. In the workplace, the presence of an extrovert can be both a blessing and a challenge. They thrive in environments that value teamwork and cooperation. A space that allows these personalities to shine is crucial for keeping these super social individuals motivated and productive. However, for places that require more concentration and less talk, the extroverted enthusiasm can be a bit much. In summary, while extroverts can sometimes be seen as the kings and queens of procrastination through conversation, they are undoubtedly a vital force in the social dynamics of the workplace. They keep the wheels of interaction turning and are often the catalyst for turning a mundane day into something memorable. So the next time you meet an extrovert, remember that they're not just talking, they're actually recharging for the next big project. Extroverted people make friends easily and enjoy getting to know them. They can build conversations and make connections effortlessly. Finding genuine interests and topics to discuss gives extroverts the energy they need to function in a social environment. Extroverts tend to be more assertive, which makes them natural leaders. You may see them as a pushy personality, but in reality, extroverts approach situations with a more positive outlook and believe that they can get the job done. Extroverts tend to be cheerful and have a positive disposition, which can positively affect those around them. A great scenario for teamwork, where the stress of work or the position can be draining. Extroverted individuals tend to be more open about their personal life, openly discussing what's happening. Sometimes this can be a distraction for teams or others in the workplace, so it should be managed carefully. Extroverts enjoy a fast-paced life, filling their social calendar and not spending too much time on decisions. This can be a positive or negative point for those in leadership positions who may need more time to make a decision and move the business forward.